Alright guys, welcome back to another Lady Savage video. I have had so many questions asking me, how's your dad? How's everything going? Is he still doing keto? Is he still doing resistance training? All of that jazz. So I just so happened to take a trip out to see him. He hasn't been doing the best with his health. Not by his choice, but by just life happening. So I ended up going out there to help him out a little bit. And while I was out there, he decided that he really wanted to do a video with you guys, for you guys to kind of be up to date on what's going on with him. And so I did not anticipate filming while I was out there. And so I ended up doing a film of him on my cell phone. So I do apologize if the next clip is a little bit blurry or not as good quality video or sound, but we did the best we could with what we had. And yeah, so I'm gonna share you guys with my dad. He's gonna jump on here and talk a little bit. And I am home now, but this is when I was in Oregon visiting them, and then I will pop on again after he's done with his little spiel. So here's Dad.
Hey everybody. Yeah, it's me. It's been a while. So just wanted to update everyone. Haven't gotten on here or talked to anybody because I've been having some difficulties. So I left Crystal's. It's been about 10 weeks since I've been at Crystal's in Arkansas. I came home on the 4th of July and doing very well, as you all know. Started setting up my program here at home with my workout bands, and started working out and setting up my situation here, and continue with the proper food for the keto way. And then about 4 days later, started having some side aches, and they were pretty intense. So we went to the hospital, and I was diagnosed with diverticulitis. And basically, it's a problem in your colon or in your stuff down there, and so I started taking antibiotics for that for it was 10 or 14 days, I can't remember. So to get through that process, and then after I went through that amount of antibiotics, I was still having problems, so they retested me and what have you, and I test for C. diff, which I was given. I mean, I got that from the diverticulitis antibiotics, apparently. And so I had a 14-day more antibiotics from that. And I was like, what? And so another 14 days of that. And then after that 14-day antibiotics, I was feeling a little better. And then a couple days later, kind of felt like it was the same thing. And so they gave me another regimen of antibiotics for 14 days. And at that time scheduled a surgery for hernia. I had a hernia in my...
umbilical hernia.
Yeah, umbilical hernia. So it's in the belly button. So so scheduled that, and so that I could have that when I was in the clear from the C. diff. So got all that done, and then had the surgery for the umbilical hernia. And so I was recovering from that, and everything was going well, and except for like 3 days later, it wasn't going according to plan. And I was having some major pains in my intestines or whatever, in stomach area, and it was pretty extreme. So again, went to the emergency, and they did a bunch of tests, and came back that I had a hole in my colon, and it required a surgery where they cut the part of the colon and cut out the bad stuff, and they had to clean everything out. It was getting some infection, and then they gave me a colostomy bag.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you can look all that up to figure out what that is. But anyway, so anyway, it's a big deal, and it's a mess, and it just is like a continuing saga of this mess. But don't feel sorry for me, because I'm doing really good. And I haven't lost my keto way. I'm still right on board. Still, when I go to the grocery store and I see the chip aisle, it's gross. When I see fast food, I turn the other way. It's not even a hard thing to do. It just has become a part of my brain where those things are not good. So I kind of, I'm still very focused on eating properly, and staying as close to ketosis as I can with all that's going on, because I have to. My diet has changed drastically from since I got back. I mean, everything's been soft this, soft that, yogurts and broth, and all this wonderful stuff. But just saying all that, I'm doing very well now. I spent 13 or 14 days in the hospital after surgery from that thing, and then so a lot of it got taken care of and started healing, and I'm on a good path to heal, and I will have the colostomy bag for 3 months, and then they will go in and put everything back together, and hopefully that everything will be as it was once again, and maybe a couple months after that I'll be back on my road to exercise and diet properly, without having the restrictions. So, and Crystal has been the godsend. She came up and decided she was going to be my nurse. And so she came up when I was still in the hospital, learned how to take care of my stitches, or they actually opened it, so she had to
change the dressing,
and fill it, and clean it and all that stuff, and then change the bag and stuff, and that's kind of gross. So she's been a real trooper. Just didn't balk at anything, and so she's been here for about a week, and has gotten me. I'm getting around really good now. I can do all my own stuff, and I can redo all the stuff that I need to do with my surgery part and the colostomy bag and all that stuff. So that was really good. She came up here to do that, and it gave my wife a little break so she can continue working. And so just wanted to let everybody know, give a shout out, and thank you for your thoughts, prayers, and all this. And don't give up on me, because I'm still in the game, and we're going to continue on with this, and I'll let you know how it goes. It definitely can get you bummed out with all the stuff, all the hits that kept coming. But as you know, I've said, I have faith in God, and that He's always with me. But also my mindset is, and I don't feel like this is the end. So I'm going to keep going, and there's stuff to do and still things to move on with. And so it gets me down, but just think of all the things that I have, that I've been given, that all my family, grandkids, and so I just try to think positively through it and think about the end result, and everything's going to be good, and I can't wait to get to that point where we can continue on and continue on the process and feel a lot better. Mm-hmm. So thank you all for hanging in there, and thank you for so much of your support. It's been so great. I did not realize how much of a community that Crystal had and Robert have in their keto group and their health business. I don't know, community. I don't know how to say it all, but it's amazing, and you guys are amazing. So keep up the good work, and I will talk to you later.
Okay, so that is kind of Dad's story. It's been a long several months since he has been home. It's been really hard on his health. It's been really hard on his body. And he's really good at making things sound like not a big deal. And he would do anything to not put the attention on himself. But there was definitely some scary moments for me and my family. And so it was a little nerve-wracking. This isn't like... It's not a normal thing. He hasn't really had many problems like this before, so it was definitely a big deal. And I'm sure if any of you guys have had to go through health things with your family, you understand what it means. He was in the hospital for a long time, and it was definitely scary. It was like anything that could have gone wrong, like happened to go wrong for him. So there was definitely some scary moments, but we have made it out. He has made it out. He's done such a good job healing and recovering and really taking care of himself. And I am just so proud of him for really sticking to it, really choosing health over everything, and knowing the right decisions, and knowing that if he wants to be here for longer, then he's got to do all the right things. And I love that he's taking action. I think most of you guys know by this point that my dad is like one of my best friends in the entire world. I love him so much. He is one of the best humans I've ever met in my entire life. And while I was there, I kind of got the opportunity to tell him how amazing I thought that he was. And his life has not always been easy, but he's always made it out. He's always looked at the brighter side. And I really aspire to be that way throughout the rest of my life. So I hope this was a really good update for you guys on what he's doing and how he's doing. And I just hope that it's an encouragement that if you're going through something, or if you're struggling through something, that nutrition and your activity, your movement, the things that you have control over are the things that you should focus on, and really looking at the brighter side of things, and knowing that there is an end in sight, and knowing that you don't have to give up on everything just because one thing is failing or not going as planned. So I really hope that this was an encouragement to you guys, and that it was just a really good update. And he is such an amazing person, and I'm so glad he's doing so much better. And he's got a long journey ahead of him. He still has another surgery, and he's got several more months of things that are not that fun. And I feel so beyond blessed to have had the opportunity to go and be there with him and help in any way that I possibly could. I just feel really blessed that I have that opportunity, and I'm in a position in my life that I can make that happen. So, yeah, I'm just really grateful. And it's really amazing that he knows that you guys are there on the other end, waiting to see his success, waiting to see his journey, supporting him and loving him. And I I appreciate you guys. You guys know that Robert and I love you so much, and my dad loves you so much too. And it's cool to see my family be able to see the love and community that we have behind what we do. So I'm going to send him this video. If you guys want to comment below, I'm going to send him the video on YouTube, and he'll be able to read all the comments. And you guys have no idea how much that has meant to him in the past, is just to see your guys' positive messages and things like that. So if you feel so inclined, please feel free to message him in the comments or whatever. I know that that will definitely lift his spirits, but no pressure if you don't feel inclined to or want to. But just know that we all love you guys so much, and we want you to all be a part of our journeys and life, because sometimes there's highs and sometimes there's lows. So I appreciate your support and your love, and we will talk to you later.